I am Raman Gupta from Government College Bara, and today in this video I am going to teach you about William Hazlitt, a famous essayist. William Hazlitt was born on 10th April 1778 at Maidstone, Kent in England, and died on 18 September 1830 at the age of 52 at Soho, London in England. He worked as an essayist and as a literary critic, as a painter and a philosopher. He was British by his nationality. He studied at New College at Hackney, and the works for which he is known are Characters of Shakespeare's Plays, Table Talk, Liber Amoris, The Spirit of the Age, Notes of a Journey Through France and Italy, The Plain Speaker. During his lifetime, he befriended many people who are now part of the 19th century literary canon, including Charles and Mary Lamb, Stendhal, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, William Wordsworth, and John Keats. These famous poets and writers were friends of William Hazlitt. So, he was of the supreme quality literature. Now, let's see his life and works. About his background, the family of Hazlitt's father were Irish Protestants who moved from the county of Antrim to Tipperary in the early 18th century. Also named William Hazlitt, Hazlitt's father attended the University of Glasgow, where he was taught by Adam Smith. Receiving a master's degree in 1760, not entirely satisfied with his Presbyterian faith, he became a Unitarian minister in England. In 1764, he became pastor at Wisbech in Cambridgeshire, where in 1766 he married Grace Loftus, the daughter of a recently deceased ironmonger. Of their many children, only 3 survived infancy. The first of these, John, who is later known as a portrait painter, was born in 1767 at Marshfield in Gloucestershire, where the revered William Hazlitt had accepted a new pastorate after his marriage. In 1770, the elder Hazlitt accepted yet another position and moved with his family to Maidstone, Kent, where his first and only surviving daughter, Margaret, usually known as Peggy, was born that same year. On 22nd March 1803, at a London dinner party held by William Godwin, Hazlitt met Charles Lamb and his sister Mary. A mutual sympathy sprang up immediately between William and Charles, and they became fast friends. Their friendship, though sometimes strained by Hazlitt's difficult ways, lasted until the end of Hazlitt's life. He was fond of Mary as well, and ironically, in view of her intermittent fits of insanity, he considered her the most reasonable woman he had ever met. No small compliment coming from a man whose view of women at times took a misogynistic turn. Hazlitt frequented the Society of the Lamb for the next several years, from 1806, often attending their famous Wednesdays and later Thursdays literary salons. With few commissions for painting, Hazlitt seized the opportunity to ready for publication his philosophical treatise, which, according to his son, he had completed by 1803. Students, this is a long detail given about him, but I will go for the important facts which are important for you. Though you can study all these things, but this will be a long description, and some things are not useful right now for you. So I'll tell you some important facts. We'll see the works of Hazlitt now. Hmm. Yes, his selected works are an essay on the principles of human action, published in 1805, free thoughts on public affairs, a reply to the essay on population. Modern philosophy, free thought, the eloquence, a reply to the essay on population, a new and improved grammar, characters of Shakespeare's plays. These are his well known writings for which he is known. Actually, his married life was not successful, so he was not happy, and this reflects in his writings also. In the last 3 years of his life, he wrote Life of Napoleon. But actually, Henley says that he did not have such a skill to write history and other things, but he wrote in his own ways. We can say Hazlitt is regarded as superior to Lamb and Stevenson. So, this is all about William Hazlitt. In the next video, we'll start the essay Ongoing a Journey.